Alright, welcome back. Time to play The Book of Hours, the new game out from The Weather Factory, who made Cultist Simulator, which is of absolutely no interest to anyone who plays Jupiter Hell, but maybe other people might like it. I expect it to be about books. Just a hunch, you know? I've tried to read as little as possible about this game. I have watched the trailer, and that's about it. And I am just looking forward to seeing how it's going to be. The Krug. There has been no librarian at Hush House since the fire. 7 years now. Fortunately, it went away before I could read it. Can I zoom? Oh, I can't zoom. Got a lock. What we got here? Oh, we got the good old sound effects. We can make time go very fast indeed. So let's see. The cold comes first. Thunder growling, waves pounding, and finally me, sprawled on the sodden sand of the beach. There's something in my hand. Oh, we've got the same old powers. What are you? Sky. I don't recognize you as an influence. Storm, wind, echo, song, the intricacies of mathematics and the principles of flight. Law's touch is lighter than we sometimes think. We got heart. We know all about the heart. We know about winter, patience, silence, and endings. We got human soul. That's good. Something has snared or sickened my soul. Don't expose yourself to dangerous influences. Okay, that's gonna be bad. I'm in peril of disillusion. Intervene quickly, but not hastily. I have a journal. Copy to clipboard. That's really interesting. So this is going to be a bit of a complicated game, isn't it? Readable. There are worse things to put in your eyes than this. Very true. It's a thing. The gentleman makes things his servants. The petty man is a servant to things. Master Sun. Alright, so, what's our cards? Health, half drowned. Shivers racked my soaked body. My health is failing. That's no good. Oh, we've got cards. Neat. Memory of a storm. There are storms great enough to shake the moon from the sky and one's thoughts from one's skull. Great. And we have a drowned book. The one possession I kept from the shipwreck. It must be important to me. It's a thing, it's readable, it's a journal, and it's soaked. So, I need... Can I do anything with this? Here's my stuff. We have, a jukebox, eh? Alright. So we have skills, sundries, memories, and stuff going on with my soul. So let's let time go. What a weird way to do this. It seems to be counting down the decimal place. Krug is a tidal island. At low tide, you could probably walk here. You probably shouldn't. Gotta stop clicking on things. The librarian lives alone, but there's no shame in seeking assistance from others. Interesting. Brandkrug Village, sanctuary in the storm. I need help to climb the cliffs in the dark, and the locals are suspicious of outsiders. War never since the Restoration and the new king. Are we in England? So, what do I have left to work with? Perhaps this will help me put the pieces together. Put together the book and the storm. There was the storm. It smashed the ship like an egg, but I seized this book as the sea seized me, and then the sea brought me here, to Brandkrug. Oh, there we go. This is mighty familiar, isn't it? Done. Alright, so we still got this. What a memory of chore? Chore is exuberance, instinct, rhythm. Do these mean something to me? Memory, fet. Fet is that part of us which dreams. Are dreams important to me? Shapt. Shapt is eloquence and also understanding. The door that opens both ways. Is my soul open to knowledge? This strikes me as something that chooses paths. Alive, approximately. I'm soaked, I'm freezing, but as far as I can tell, I'm still alive. You still have some health, don't lose it. You need it if you want to be alive. What else do you have? Your single remaining possession is in belonging slot at the top. Alright. Can I put my health in there? The book's in bad shape, and I'm not much better. We're both in need of a dry, safe place. And soon. So I dedicate myself to shore? Or to fet? Or to shapt? The human soul has 9 parts. Eloquence and understanding rise from that part of the soul we call shapt. Is my shapt wrong? The other 2 possibilities we lost to the sea. So yeah, we have to make a choice here, aren't we? I don't know about anyone here, but fet sounds best to me. I will align myself with fet. Fet is the part of soul that dreams. Is my fet strong? Yeah, my fet's the best. The strongest, bestest fet. Oh, alright. Lost it. That chore is just gone. No one likes chores anyway. The part of us which walks in dreams. Good. Over here. Faust. Faust is sight, perception, inspiration, all the glory's gifts. Is my soul a bright soul? Metal. Capacity for meaningful choice. Did I prove my metal? Herb. Herb is pride, compassion, hatred, and fear. Do those run me? Whist. Whist is the name, the memory, the part that remains. Is it important to me that things endure? So this is character creation, eh? So put my health, no. So we have Lantern, Forge, Secret Histories, and I don't know what you are. And because I don't know what you are, we're going to go with it. Pride, compassion, hatred, and fear. I can't get my thoughts straight. There's something in my hand. Oh, right there. Arab is the shadow in the soul's cellar. Pride, fear, hatred, compassion. Choose a strong Arab. In a past where your passions were paramount, the waves will wash away the others. For now. So fet Arab, fet metal, fet whist, fet Faust. Now we're going with it. I'll just consider my other games, my choices. I wanted something I didn't have. I don't have very much at all now, do I? I suppose that should make it easier. First things first, I remember there's someone in the village who will give me sanctuary, if I can get there. Mysteries have been added. You can investigate them, and when you and your journal are both dry. Oh. Miss Kiley is the handywoman, the midwife of Brandkrug village. I knew her long ago in Paris, when her surname was not Killy, but Raveline, and her sister was a viscountess. Her home is always open to me, although she's asked me not to bring up the title thing when Mr. Killy's around. I can find shelter for tonight under their roof once I've reached the Brandkrug village. Okay. Soup. Oh, we can do the clicky thing here. That's helpful. I should dry this book out before attempting to read it. Can I just do that? Oh, what's this? Brandkrug village is nearby. Which way? Alright, I need to find heat. What happens right here? No, sorry. Awkward pause right there. Alright, moving on. Brandkrug village must be nearby, but it's hard going, dragging my soaking body. Oh, a memory of fear. How wonderful. The oldest and strongest motion of mankind is fear, and the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. Okay. So can I do something with the memory of fear? Fet. Did I dream of this beach and this wind? If I did, I might remember the path I took in that dream. A path which brought me to light. Alright, cool. So far this game is completely meeting expectations. Excellent. At last, the light of a hurricane lamp bobbing in the dark. As it approaches, a face looms out of the night. Fisherman's assistance. A fisherman from Brandkrug village. He can guide me up the cliff and path, if he trusts me. Oh. So moon kind of looks like it's replaced moth. Skeptical. Truffs can be bought or earned. You'll provide only essential help. Alright. So, obviously I can do something, right? Oh, I got talk here. So I can talk to him. Come no closer. What's thy business? Alright, what else can I put here? Absolutely nothing. This is a tutorial. An introduction. I'm looking for Miss Killy. Be someone that'll speak for ye. Of course, since 1930 and the Restoration, the locals have grown even more suspicious of foreigners. There is someone in Brandkrug I know. Right? Convincing the fisherman to help me up. Go see my friend. I'll take ye by the cliffs then. The gentleman is no longer skeptical. Use him to unlock Brandkrug village. Alright, nice. So I guess I could touch this. Can I do this? I guess don't go on the tidal flats. Alright. Unlock. I think this little an achievement. How do I that's how I go. Oh, Brandkrug Brandkrug village. Here I am. So there's the library. So we have to go on a quest just to get, what's this? A walk on the moor. Clamber up into the long reaches of the moors behind the village. Lean into the wind's fluttering fist. If I know what to look for, I might find something amongst the rocks. Well, I don't have either effort or knowledge, so we'll have to return to that. But nothing good is ever found in the moors. So here we are, Brandkrug. This quiet Cornish, again, here we are in England, quiet Cornish fishing village has lain long in the Isle's shadow. It might be as old as Hush House itself. And like Hush House, Brandkrug village has provided sanctuary over the years for its share of misfits and exiles. Hopefully not of the same brand as the last exile we played around with. He was just a little stabby. The smithy is locked. Okay, good. The sweet bones, a sea of hostile faces. After the restoration of 1930, the new king's agents came looking for his enemies in these parts. They weren't gentle about it. Since those days, the locals are suspicious of foreigners. No one in the Sweet Bones will talk to me. See, we're already in an alternate England, is that there was no overthrow or restoration in 1930, the interwar period. The post office is closed. The rectory is locked. Reverend Timothy is a hospitable soul, but Terence, his housekeeper, guards her employer fiercely. She doesn't want his innocent theological enthusiasms getting him in trouble with the new king's men. You need an introduction, or a mutual acquaintance marked with lantern, knock, or sky. Perhaps someone who shares his interest in theology or poetry. Mrs. and Mr. Keeley. Mrs. Keeley, the midwife, is tall and gloomy. Mr. Keeley, the undertaker, is slight and wry. In these troubled times, both are wary of strangers. Let us get an introduction. Mrs. Keeley struggles for the door. Oh, I'm almost dead. Let's try not being dead. Mr. K constructed the bed himself. I rather fear with the same tools he uses to shape coffins. But it's not a comfortable bed, but it is dry, clean, and warm. Is this not all we can ask for? Memory. Some things we can only really understand when they're gone. So true. Scale? What is left of the crude powers of the deep earth? Not sure I like this bar right here. This just looks weird. Dawn has happened. Okay. Mrs. K and I sit up late talking over the old times in the Latin Quarter, when the world and we were very different. Mr. K listens as he cleans his pipe. Wine and roses, he observes. Suppose the wine is all spilt now, but the roses will come up again, won't them? So we got some hindsight, and now we feel better. The dwelling place of the soul, the ninth of the 9 parts of the soul, the only one that can be touched. Alright, so I guess we can work on this now. I should try this book out. Almost certain it is not yet dried. Alright, so here we are. In the front room. No? Let's talk about Arab. Miss Keeley's mood always improves when I drop by. If you don't choose a topic, Mr. Keeley Miss Killy will offer help as a friend. You always cheer me up. Now, this thing. Dry out a book. Mrs. Killy, gloomy as always, kind as ever, lights the kitchen fire and helps me dry the book, while Mr. Killy saws away in the next room. Birth always leaves marks, she opines, as she carefully tucks fragments of muslin between the damp pages. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this progress bar. Bing, dry out a book. My Arab is fatigued. Silken book. The binding is unusual and half familiar. Some kind of silk. It survived its soaking remarkable well. Alright, so let us read a book. Oh. Some books are tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested. Actual quote, Sir Francis Bacon. Studying requires effort. You'll need a suitable soul card first. Well. Alright, so. No. No. Miss Killy can't help me right now. Just time pass, eh? Every so often, someone builds a bridge to the Isle. Each bridge lasts 100 years, or 200. Then the sea disposes of it. This was built in 1890. That makes it the newest bridge. That doesn't mean it's new. Hush House has been empty for 7 years. Those 7 years have rendered the bridge perilous. So we need assistance. So it definitely needs assistance. Must match at least one of these. I need Forge, Lantern, or Sky to get over there. Isn't that all the flavors of the Rector? Oh, he's one of the old friends. Denzel is the blacksmith. And Mr. Killy is the coffin maker. Alright. Interesting. Let's look back, eh? I need guidance to get through there. Night and winter. So, effort can go there. Alright, so this is slowly coming unlocked. I need a mutual acquaintance to introduce me to Denzel. I don't have it. Post office may have something for me once I know what to ask for, but it's locked right now. Let's go here. The postmistress regards me with the chilly gaze of a goddess image in an ancient hill shrine. The librarian, says she. Yes, I have something for you. Wait here, please. So I identify myself with the book, huh? Hopefully she doesn't take that. I kind of want that book back. Alright, what do we got? Oh, can I go up here and press this instead? Alright. Oh, okay. Probably don't press that. It messes with my zoom level, and I dislike that. The postmistress returns with an envelope addressed to the librarian, Hush House, Brankrug Isle, postmarked in Wales a week ago. We have a letter, and we have money. £50, but not half a note. A recent innovation. Okay, nice. Money is always welcome. So, can I talk about money? Alright, yeah. Zoom out, please. So, I can't talk about anything, but I can work with a lot. I wonder if that money will serve as an invitation. A message for me. Read the letter, and to reply instead, add ink at a desk. Okay. So let's see what we have written here. I kind of feel like this, these timers are not exactly needed in this sort of format. The letter reads, St. Rowan's Trust, which wishes to congratulate me on my appointment as librarian of Hush House. The trust assures me that it will provide the promised stipend each spring, but reminds me that its resources are limited, and suggests I seek local assistance in restoring the premises. Let us know when you're all set up and ready to receive visitors, the letter concludes. It is signed simply, The Trustees. How wonderful. They have sent money and said, do the rest yourself. That's expected, isn't it? What can I do here? Break a 10-shilling note? Huh. We should probably not do that until we have a reason. It's our only one, after all. Can I buy my way in? Can I bribe my way into the rectory? A sea of hostile faces. A wary welcome. At the time of the Heptarchy, a ring-giver was accounted generous. In this bright and civilized century, a beer buyer enjoys the same regard. Interesting. Well, let's do this. We have spent our money to try to curry favor with the locals. Surely this is the correct thing to do, right? It's interesting, though. If this is 1930, would Cornwall be electrified like this? I don't know that my dates of major innovations. I probably should know these things, but I don't. I bought a round for everyone, and another, and one more for luck, and thus I was accounted not so bad for a foreigner. I'll find a warmer welcome here next time. A variety of weird coins, and a memory of solace. I got a shilling, 6 pence, half a crown. A full crown. Wasn't the note half a crown? Oh, no, wait. This is going to be an education in English money. I may be the wrong person to be playing this game, eh? The Sweet Bones has been the public house in Brankrug since Cromwell's time. Its history is notable. Its beer is not. Guests are looking for discreet employment or discreet assistance. Congregate in the snug. So if we put in a 6 pence, 1 shilling 12 pence will hire a casual laborer's services. In the spring, the local miners often travel to the Feast of Lights below. If one breaks his journey at the Sweet Bones, a shilling will buy his labor for a day. Miners offer scale, forge, and a little night. Alternatively, add a soul card to find any rare guests who might be seeking employment. Seek unusual help. Okay, we're not going to do that. Put in a half crown. Alright, so I can put in 6 pence. 1 shilling 12 pence will hire a casual labor service. So I need throw in shilling to find a miner. Throw this in to find unusual help. Okay. Interesting enough. There's not much work on offer in Brandcug, but I can find 6 pence worth of odd jobs. We're at a coin. Alright, so I can go generate some money. Over here, I have effort, but I have no knowledge. And what I need is to repair this. So a little forge and assistance. So let's do it. Seek assistance from a miner. Yeah, I'm not sure why this takes time. Don't know what. I suppose it may come into play later if I've got many slow, massive jobs gurgling through the system. Right now, it seems just like it's buttons to press. In the spring, local miners. We've got a miner's assistance. Thus they more or less ruled themselves, with the help of their wild Celtic temperament, made wilder by the hardness of their lives and the truly ghastly conditions under which they worked. With all of this, it is not to be wondered that the tinners acquired a reputation of being scarcely human, but it must be remembered that amongst them all times were those whose characters who could not stand comparison with the best of men. L. Russell Muirhead. Come with me, my friend. There's work to do. Repair this. Unlock. That's going to take a full minute, eh? Can I make that be a faster minute? Yeah, we're going to be living on +6, I think. I think that's where you're supposed to be. Alright. Oh, what's this over here? The cottage where Hush House's groundskeeper lived until the fire. If I can get into the place and make it habitable, I can use it as a base for reclaiming more of the house. The local blacksmith can defeat the door, the rector probably has a spare key, and the midwife knows how to jiggle the latch on the back door. So I need to go get help. Front steps. Still cannot get in. I still can't read that book. Denzelworth has more work than he needs, and he rarely opens his door to strangers. Well, can't work there. He has edge. I can't put anything here, eh? Nothing at all. When is my fet in Arab going to come back? Maybe an unusual guest. Let's look for unusual help. Alright. Someone strange. Here's an opportunity. Passing by, a surrealist painter. That's a Legion, isn't it? A painter has come to Cornwall for the famous light of the region's afternoons. The surrealist painter provides Grail, Moth, and what are you? An assistance. Talk to her before she leaves if you want to use her services. Alright, a half crown. That's fatigued. Are you of any use over here? No. I need more forge, or heart, or knock. She offers none of these things. However, I can talk to her. If I meet their price, I can hire them for a day. Here, have 6 pence. Here, have half a crown. Have 6 pence. Here, have half a crown. Pence, the eccentric currency of a fallen empire. 1 penny is 4 farthing, 12 pence is a shilling, and so on. Yes. I agree. Hired. What painter worth their pigments wouldn't want to spend a day at Hush House? Oh, it automatically made a shilling. Can you get me in? No. I wonder how long I keep you for. The local blacksmith can defeat the door, the rector probably has a spare key, and the midwife knows how to jiggle the latch. So the midwife has the knock I need. But how do I... See, nothing goes here. And I can't just press start. She can also whittle, and he can also paint. No. 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 Well, maybe I can work with something. Can I consider this? Unfortunately, I cannot, because I do not have... I'm too fatigued today. So I can talk with my painter friend. I could encourage my assistants, work with them for a little while, exalt them. Or I could just listen to whatever they might have to say. Exalt with a memory. I can discuss a memory with my assistant. Okay. I wonder if this will wake up one of my skills. Let's talk about fear. That's exactly what someone wants you to do. You find them at the bar, you bring them home, you give them some money, and then he just starts babbling about fear to you. Just fear. Are you afraid of anything? Huh. So wait a second. That's heart, that's scale, winter, sky. Am I buffing my partner with stuff I need? Like, can I give her the elements I need to get through this next task? Or has my next task come down here? So when my next task go over here. Oh wait. No. No. What about that little house? That's a happy little house, isn't it? No. No. Oh. A mutual acquaintance will introduce me to Denzel the Smith. I might get 6 or even 10 words out of him, if I'm patient. So the painter can introduce me to the blacksmith. That's interesting. Anyway, this gives heart. So let's see if I go over here and can I give her heart? It's late. Another time? Make use of them quickly. Okay. Talk to Denzel. Denzel is a surprising source of practical advice. Oh, so I used her to open up the smithy. Oh, alright. So I have to wait until dawn. Hey, it's gonna be this kind of game. Alright, so I guess we should just let the sun come up, eh? Daybreak braid. Memories fade, assistance departs, but the soul is refreshed. Oh, all my stuff is back. So all I had to do is wait for the next day. Alright, now I can read the book, right? I'll read it with my fet. My journal? The silken binding is familiar, but the storm so scattered my thoughts. We will read it with Rose? The rose which encompasseth all. 9 directions to noon horizons. This is Grail and Rose and Edge. Thing. Alright, we will read it with my fet. So I can... The new day refreshes... Uh-oh, not liking that. Soft rain brings life. Alright, good. And ding! I've read my journal. My journal, I'm sure of it. The storm scattered my thoughts, but each page I turn is familiar. I begin to recall why I came here. For art. Better yet, for art. A really, really, really big art. More about your origin and your aspirations in your journal. You can now access the Tree of Wisdoms from the top of the screen. Okie dokie. I get 2 Arabs. Alright, so Tree of Wisdoms, eh? A thing. Scholars and adepts recognize 9 wisdoms. Well, they disagree on which is which. So we have Nyctodromy, the knightliest of the knight arts, Hushery, illumination, Ithraski, the bright art of alchemy, metallurgy, pyrotechnics, and sometimes called the art that alters, Horomaskatry, Horomakatry, Horomakistry. That's a great word. The bright art dealing with the laws and contentions of the secret gods called hours and their name emanations. Birdsong, music, riddles, miscellania, preservation, Bosk, lore of the primeval wood, rarely written, often felt. Skoleskosophy, the study of things which should not be studied. Worms, earthquakes, abrasions in the world's skin, the most abhorred of the night arts. Skolek, Osophy, philosophy, Skolexophy. Alright, Skolexophy. Nyctodromy, Hushery, aesthetics, necromancy, silence. I love that aesthetics is under the same heading of necromancy. Okay, so in here we can put our journal. No, let's look around. Can I zoom here? Horomakistry. Horomakistry is such a great word. Doesn't look like I can zoom here at all, eh? Suppression Bureau. All is licit. Tibet non-licit. All is licit. Tibet non-licit. Birdsong 9. So if I'm going art, as in really big art. Art's unregarded. Bosk. And what's this line here that goes through? Heart line twists around, ends up in Bosk. Grail is just about everywhere. This really requires zooming out, I feel. Alright. Knock in Skolexophy. Night arts, winter. Unappreciated, I feel. Maybe my favorite of them all. Just quiet, patience. Don't get excited. Just sit and wait for the end. Alright, so roots of memory. There are always choices, so there are always regrets. Gain a tryst card. Alright, so exploring tree. Every skill can belong to one of 2 wisdoms. Decide which by assigning it here. This will grow your understanding of the wisdom and reward you with an element of the soul card. So, Arab. We have rain. Rain is Grail. Can I click you? None of those are elements of the soul, eh? That's just rain. It's just raining. Alright, so money obviously doesn't go there. Tryst. That's what we got. Moon, moth, an element of the soul, occupant. A visitor or soul element with this aspect can be placed in a guest bed to occupy it for a while. A tryst? So this implies... No, my fet is fatigued. I feel like I'm gonna come back to this later, aren't I? Wow, that sounds obnoxious. Alright. Let's try not to think about that. Because for right now, we need to go fetch the blacksmith. Parallel paths and all that. Denzel Smith, strong as an oak, blackened by smoke. He will never surpass his father, and he is no longer a soldier, but he still has the craft. Yeah. Here, how about some Arab? Denzel will talk about practical matters, though he prefers to sit in silence. A shilling will buy his help for the day. If you give him occult coinage, he will perform the service of division instead. Alright. A shilling will buy his help for the day. Alright. There you go. I need help. Blacksmith's assistance. I need you to help over here, Denzel. I got a problem over here, which only you can help me with. And click. I sense a new beginning, my friends. Is there anything over here? No. 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 Gotta unlock this someday, right? By assistance with moon or winter. And over here, of course, I've exhausted my health for the day. And if I just speak to Enzel on nothing at all. Dot, dot, dot. He is not particularly interested. Alright, so over here, I still need a introduction. I can't get in with my Arab. I'm not sure if I like these old slash archaic slash esoteric names for principles, Arab and Fet. Not sure I like it that much. The Keeper's Lodge. For 500 years, in the times we call baronial, curia, nocturnal, there was always a keeper to watch the ways, weed the gardens, mend the roof when the sun was shining. There is no keeper now, but the lodge's roof still weathers the storms of Bankrug Bay. There's lots of stuff happening right here. Baronial period. In the 19th century, the De Wolf family became the barons of Bankrug, governing the isle as their personal estate, until 1759, when their line ended in madness and death, which is, typical for England. The walls of the house tower over me. I had been told it was abandoned after a fire, but there is no sign of any such thing. The building will no doubt need restoration, but it's in better shape than I feared. Books are the memory that does not die, reads the inscription above the gate. So we got a thing we can click on. Oh, it's a thing I can have. And a chair where I can sit. It's upholstered without any particular skill. Lantern and comfort. Hush House has been called bleak, but usually only by those who have never been inside. Can I take the chair? I can't take the chair. Can I put the chair back? I can put the chair back. Potted dragon tree, the determined, spiky little survivor. Oh, and books. This is what we're here for. Traveling at Night by Christopher Iliopoli. Sometimes called the only readable occultist. Literate, entertaining, bewildering. Alright, so we got shaving mirror, box of tea from the land of the real unicorn, imported by Cater and Hero. Fun fact, the unicorn is Indian in origin, from the subcontinent. Serve here. If I want to offer someone wine, I needn't give them the whole bottle. Serve appropriately. Interesting. So if I ever have a guest, I can use that little mechanic. Honey Scar Scented Candle. It is as described. This is interesting. The books in particular. Can I put the bread in my inventory and then put it on the shelf? Can I put it back? I can put it back. Where else can I put it? Does it have to go in my inventory first? Can I put it in bed? Can I put it on this shelf? On the floor? Looks like it goes in a limited number of places. Fire always accepts gifts and boils the kettle for tea. So I can use Arab and the book. No need. If I'm only planning to burn something, I won't need a soul card. Do I really want to burn a book? Do I really want to burn this book? This will destroy your journal, which will make it impossible to complete the game. You'll be stuck, but you can do it if you really want. No. We'll probably come back to that later and see what happens. But you know, it's nice that they let me do it. Alright, so anyway, there's lots of stuff going on over here. But we have to look at this. The great gate to the house. The walls of the house tower above me. I had been told that it was abandoned after a fire. There is no sign of any such thing. We've read that. Let's go in. Now, it takes time. It takes a lot of time to turn that key, I see. I kind of question this. Unless you're going to come in like 10-minute timers and have multiple of them going, I very much question the need for this mechanic. Alright, so what do we got? We've got a head. Serena Blackwood. It's an alabaster. Expansive chair. This is a nice place, isn't it? Yeathhound horns. Times past, the Yeath pursued the impious and impure across the moors of this country. Hendrik de Wolf never liked them. Red deer antlers. Not quite hair, not quite teeth, but proof that someone killed something. Painting called The Tattered Outlaw. Theresa Blake, 7th librarian of Hush House, liked painting donkeys. No one else liked her donkey paintings, but Theresa never much cared what other people liked. Treasury of Shelters. It's like an armory for not getting pneumonia. That's clever. Raveline Summer. Dry spell in a still place. Alright, so up here, gatehouse stairs. The stairs to the room above are blocked with debris, and the plaster is peeling from the walls. So I need help. Probably have to buy help. Cloistered garden. Can make out a green and shaded space, but it's choked with weeds and thorns. I'll need help. Alright, is this going to be a gameplay loop? Anyway, I'm gonna have to learn where the zooms are, right? Alright, uncatalogued book, nocturnal, curia, baronial, traveling at night, 1 and 2. Let's read Christopher. We remember you. Some books, alright, here we are. So I need to do it with my soul. Memory? The memory of the rain. Add aspects to match the book's mystery. You don't always need to fill every slot. Interesting. So the book is a challenge. I need 4 knock. I think. I need 4 knock. Tally price. Price as the invisible world would reckon it, paid in uncommon currency, like tokens called splenetre. Splenetre. Alright, so this is not what to do here. And I definitely can't read you with Trist. The change and the longing. One of the 9 parts of the human soul. Alright, so let's look at this book instead. An uncatalogued book. Looks easy, right? Nothing is as safe as ignorance, or as dangerous. It's a thing readable, so just with a little soul, eh? Catalog a Curia period book. This book was probably written around the time of Hush House's Curia period. Roughly 1700s to 1800s. If I examine it, I can learn more about what knowledge it might contain. That's usually what happens when one reads a book. Well, let's not make too much fun. The thing with the umbrella stand, that was more than worth. Now I have an idea of its book's nature. De Ratio Quaecurum. In English, the title translates roughly as The Account of the Oaks. But this is Nathaniel Darcy Evers' fascinating, if haphazard, survey of the occult properties of every tree he can find. Not just oaks. Alright, good. Christopher, you go back on the shelf. We'll catalog this book now with some Arab. Book was probably written around the time of Hush House's nocturnal period, after the turn of the century. If I examine it, I can... I'll read the thing. Zip zip. Only so much I can do in a day, eh? What we got? Opening the Sky. Looks like a pill bottle. Expunged. An unusual recording of Varro's Opening the Sky, composed for the coronation of the new king, Henry the Ninth. The record bears the suppression stamp, expunge. What is this? 10 Sky? Alright, so we're going to go over here, and we're going to do this with Trist, right? The book was probably written around the time of Hush House's baronial period, roughly from the 1500s to 1700s. We shall read. Deep and still of night, the librarian reads. Alright, good. What we got? True History of Valentine de Wolfe, written in the third person by Valentine de Wolfe. Rarely coherent, though it includes some useful footnotes on falconry and on exotic veterinary medicine. Good to know. Can I read you any further? I need to meet the book's challenges now. Okay, noted.
Alright, so I wonder. Can I put these books here? Do I have to understand them first? That'd be inconvenient now, wouldn't it? Having to read a book before you know what to do with it. Anyway, we're gonna let the sun come up, let all my cards refresh, and we're gonna see if we can figure out how to properly defeat these books. Some games, you shoot demons in the face. Sometimes you struggle with someone's just terrible prose. This is in Latin. Dead language, dead as diamonds. The librarian reads Latin, but don't assume others can. It's a phonograph record. A labyrinth of eager grooves awaits the stylus. Readable only in the broadest sense. Find a phonograph to play this. And over here... So let's start with you, eh? So, what is required? Mystery nectar. So this provides rose. Soul provides grail and just a little edge. I'm just a little edgy. Yeah, there has to be an easy way to do it, right? Health over here provides... Let's try to make sense of this, right? Health lets me start. Powers, challenges, expertise, forms. Why can I do this? Alright. Written in Latin. Mystery nectar. Mystery nectar 8. Why is health fit there but nothing else? I feel like I'm gonna have to figure this out eventually, right? So I have earth. Oh, does health have nectar associated with it? So I need nectar 8. And it's just nectar at all? Interesting. Alright. Let's spend the morning reading a weird book. We have a gale. Just sky. Each weather brings its own influence. It's important to pay attention to what's going on around you. Now, should I hire somebody? So what do I need here? 2 forge, so a shilling for the blacksmith again. And over here, lantern or nectar. Long ago, this principle was called blood. Green wealth in the world's veins. If you don't choose a topic, Mrs. Keeley will offer help. Alright, so I can get her assistance on something. Just for free, because she likes me. Midwife's assistance. Somber as autumn, as kind as autumn. She also likes her beer. Alright, so we got a buddy. And what sort of flavors are you? Grail and heart. Just grail and heart. Which is absolutely not what I need in this situation. And up here, forge and lantern. I need a lantern person. Well, let's have a chat, eh? Miss Kelly has seen more into the world than she lets on. Tryst boosts both moth and moon. I have to say, I'm not My pride will find an echo in theirs. Burst Grail and Edge. Alright, I see I can boost people. Rose and Moth. None of those are things I need. More useful than one might expect. Especially in Britain. So boosting her with heart doesn't do much, eh? Give her 3 heart, I think. No, give her 4 heart. Let's experiment. See if she ends up with 4 heart afterwards. There's still a chance? Huh? What's going on here? Oh. Wait a second, I haven't been paying attention. Trist? Adding an element of the soul card. Interesting. Let's take advantage of the weather while it lasts. So now she's 4 heart. Oh, that's interesting. She's only here for the rest of the day. Tea with the Rector. A mutual acquaintance has introduced Reverend Timothy, the Rector, to invite me for tea. There may even be crumpets. Alright, this is progress. Reverend Timothy's tea goes cold while he expostulates about post-restoration politics and theorizes about the pagan traditions of the miners. The rectory is not available. Oh, I got some gossip. Frivolous, but tasty. So over here, increase relevant aspects by adding an Elephant of the Soul card. Fiddle with something here. See, it needs 8 nectar. I don't think I got that on hand, do I? Nope. Nope, I don't. Uh-huh. Why is this such a challenge just to read a book, eh? Maybe here? What's this do? Dada was a start. The Surrealist's Manifesto? A step along a road, but only a step. The road goes nowhere unless it goes into the wood. And that's a road we can only walk in the dark. Wait, no, not in the dark, in blood. Hip deep in blood. Oh, shut up. Give it to me. I'll write it. B Silk Journal. Picasso. I'll give you Picasso. The artist came to Hush House to shape and share a history of primal, ultimate, unprecedented experience, which you can complete the game by recording any history. You might wish to begin your studies with the Bosk wisdom. Alright. I will take note of that. Gossip really isn't what I'm looking for here, eh? Alright, use my journal. See if that was anything. It took away the slap sound effect when you try to shove something in that shouldn't be there. Funny. Reverend Timothy's words always run ahead of him, but his thoughts always catch up at the end. Study matters of faith? Has to be an element of the soul. Let's talk about dreams and knock or lantern and not a melody. Alright. So I have nothing to talk about him with. Alright. So I need to talk to him about Edge. So if I talk to him about Arab, talk to him about Fet. No, he doesn't want to know. Yeah. Alright. Here. Break this down. He's gonna come with me. And I got a whole bunch of weird coins. Alright, so anyway. up here. Denzel, the thing. Do it. Anyway, what's going on over here? Not today. The mysteries in this have defeated me, for now. You can always try again later. We're gonna have to try to figure out how to do this, right? I mean, obviously. And a memory of gossip. Well, see what new rooms are opening. Just watch him work. Do I have a desk? Can I reply to this letter? Ah. Well, this is a nice place. Walter de Wolf. The bust is carved from serpentine, a striking local stone. What we have? A mirroscope? Bewildering and occasionally useful. Oh, ink. A variant of iron gall ink, particularly difficult to erase. Minor ink of power. I can probably read the letter. To reply, I'd add ink at a desk. Alright, I'm going to take this ink with me. The icon should really be a little better. Alright, what we got here? As above, so below. Yep. Alright. Ooh. Paper. Ooh. Should probably take that, eh? Oh, and more books. Curia period books. Baronial period books. Alright, so if I just throw this out, right? I can't. Alright, so I guess I can't read any of those, huh? 664 knock. It is 4 knock, right? Yeah. No, we're not going to be speedrunning this, that's for sure. Baron silences astrolabe. Thomas de Wolf used this armillaries, a spherical astrolabe, in his calculations, but it's much older than he was. Alright, so this has a tool. One of the reasons the apes beat the Beatles. Oh wait, I could use these for stuff, right? So I've got sky with the astrolabe. I've got lantern. Or here. Homemade flower wine. Nectar. And lantern. And it's consumable, right? Interesting. Can I dream? I need a visitor. I guess Trist would go there. Use a matching soul card to move your belongings in and make this your bed. Place a matching visitor's cards in to inquire them to stay a little longer. This is something or someone from Numa, the time when seems and is cross swords with history and eternity. Interesting. So I'm gonna have to be fitting guests into their proper place, eh? Anyway, what do I do up here? And Grail and Sky. First I have things, right? So I should just, catalog a Curia period book. There's going to be a lot of this, isn't there? This is the new study. Alright, what we got? By their marks ye shall know them. A monster hunting initiate of the hour named the Colonel. who identifies himself as Little Sophia, provides advice on finding the weak spots of Long. Oh, right. So that's definitely not a safe book. Let's put that right there. Over here, I need 2 nectar, huh? Can I take this? It has to be assistance. Must be assistance. It can't just be, here, take this, get drunk. Alright, so I need Grail and Sky. Here. See if we can go get the Rector drunk. Alright. No. He wants elements of the soul. Alright, we gotta wait. Things are going well, I think. We should unlock this. Requires assistance and moon or winter. That's not what I want. Maybe I'll find someone unusual eventually. Alright, so, first off, let's see about that bed, eh? No? Could put my heart there. I'll make this my lodging for the time being. Use this bed to rest soul cards and recover maladies. That seems like a great idea. Oh, this takes a while. Alright. Good to know. Why can't I do something with the pumpkin? Is not the pumpkin a worthy thing? Alright, so 6. It's Traveling at Night has to be the first thing you read. Traveling at Night, Volume 1. Christopher cannot lead us astray. We believe in Christopher. So, let's read The Soul's Labors. Traveling at Night. So I need... The challenges are... What's Tally's price doing here? A price as the invisible world would reckon. I need Splinteras and Splintrias. No memories. Maybe I should wait and see what the day's event is. And then do reading appropriately. Like it's sunny, right? That's gonna give me some lantern and some sky. What's an appropriate book to read on a day like today? You can go back. How do I make that go out? Oh, no. Is there any way I can send that to where it's supposed to be? Renounce? No. Why is it going into the fire? Alright, that's an interesting button to press. Alright, well, we will figure this out. Why does T have edge? Interesting, they have a tea brewing game. Very appropriate for this sort of atmosphere. Anyway, Christopher goes over there. So it's a sunny day. And I'm unsure if that helps because I need a lot of knock, right? Yeah, let's read it and figure it out. I will read it with my fet. The influence of a sunny day. No, read it with my Arab. No, read it with Trist. I wonder why. I must say, I do not understand. Anyway, Can I use the post office as a, no. The postmistress keeps the gate to the wild world. In her left hand is the lightning, which is to say the telegraph. In her right the thunder, which is to say the only telephone in Brankrug. Before her lies the cash register, which accepts the greater currency and returns its lesser children. That's interesting. So give her some money. Break a shilling. No. What I really want... I guess I can't do that. I can find the right book. No. No, he's not going to want to talk about any of that. I don't have a good book to read on a sunny day. So I guess I come with Arab and get a friend. No particular topic works. So I just hire her, right? My buddy comes with me. You always cheer me up. Alright, so I can make her sunny, giving her sky and lantern. Can she assist me? No. One reads alone. Anyway, sky and lantern. Over here we still need moon and winter. Not someone who is reluctant. So if I can find an influence and then smash it into one of these followers, I could do something, eh? This needs skill. And effort, of course, is easy enough. No. Alright, this is still locked. Can I talk to her? Just talk? Say hi? I'm offering my assistants something to drink. This will increase their aspects, and they'll be happy. So that'll also give, yeah, lantern and nectar. We're going to do that. We're going to get her drunk and try to open up a new path, right? Surely that's a good idea, right? Right? Alright. Wonderful. Down to the Russians. So she's now 1 lantern and 2 nectar. Okay. Over here, I've got 2 nectar. And you can unlock that now. Hey, look at that. Making progress. What a calm, soothing game. What happened here? Ah, my camp. This is a safe place for me now, to the extent that dreams are safe. Ah, my bed. Soul, skill, memory, restore, with. So, Arab. Add a fatigued soul card to a nap, a maladied soul card to cure it, or, once night has fallen, a memory to dream on it. Interesting. I wonder if this moves cards into the future. We're gonna find out. I love looking into new mechanics. Anyway, what we got here? Garden. Sea holly in summer, blue crown in winter. Arab? No. Fet? No. No. So if I have botany, I'll be able to do something with this, right? This really isn't my style, eh? The walled garden. 4 edge, 4 nectar. Iron spikes march along the top of the wall. The gate is rusted shut. But from what I can see through the bars is as ruinous as I might expect. Long tower, first floor. The long tower looks like it's been abandoned much longer than 7 years. In the nocturnal period, the inhabitants probably spent more of their time on the seaward side of the isle. I'll need help to restore the room above. Lantern and winter over here. Over here we're still Grail and sky, right? But I have sky right there. So on a sunny day I could... So if I go over here... Can I go back and get her again? With more Arab? Come with me. Right? Come with me now. And then because it's sunny, we'll give her sky. We'll talk about the weather. More useful than one might expect, especially in Britain. We're just gonna tiki-taki, tiki-taki. We've exalted her with sky and lantern there. You know, just because this is what we can do today. Watchman's Tower, top floor. The ceiling bows worryingly under a damp patch. There must be a leak in the observatory. The sun above knows what state it's in. I should seek health and enter carefully. She's doing a lot of work for me today. She's a very good friend. I hope she doesn't die horribly. That would be a shame, you know? Real shame. Oh. Well, this is something, isn't it? This certainly doesn't look like a place that had a fire recently. This looks really expensive. So what do we got? This is an actual thing I can use. If I click here, I click here. The scholars of the house watch the courses of the stars to determine their pasts and understand their future. Apprentice level challenges. The simpler techniques require skill alone. For basic recipes, provide 5 degrees of the relevant aspect. Okie dokie. Scholar level challenges and keeper level challenges. Available only to the wise, the great, and the most fortunate of idiots. Evolve via holomachistry. I could use holomachistry with this to evolve my soul. Once you've committed a skill to the holomachistry wisdom, you can use that skill with this to combine 2 identical soul cards into a greater one. But you must use a skill you've attuned to that wisdom, and the attunement will only work once. That's a lot of words. I'm ready, but for what? I have no skill. I'm skillless. You can add things. Skill, memory. It is safe to say, I have absolutely no idea what's going on. But not today, my friend. Oh, and more books. Uncatalogued books. Sure, we'll look at you. With my tryst. Right, baronial book on the way. Alright, so that's not a good sign. Those indignities perpetuated by the deceitful fraternity of the Oblates. It is not clear whether CROD, who is identified only by his initials, was in fact an initiate of the Obliate Order of Immortal Adepts. He wrote in the 16th century, after the order, if he is to be believed, had passed the height of its power. This is Winter. It's quite a level 6 challenge of Winter. So, Trist is fatigued. So I guess I'm just kind of searching for things I can read, huh? Maybe there's ways to do more. Right. Here we have Eva's Treasury, which is 6 Sky. Eva de Wolf, last of the Brandkrugs, discusses the occult and aesthetic properties of jewels and other precious minerals. Okay. Now I can dream, right? Restore, I can rest for a bit, or I can just kind of hang out. Alright. Night appears to be very short compared to day. That's probably necessary. Alright, so here we go. I don't like how they stack like this. They should always be flush and normal. Alright, so here we are. Back up. I can read more, or I can make plans to unlock things. 4 nectar and 4 edge, that looks to be a problem. The first true threshold. I've reached the threshold of the house proper. The librarians of the Curia were scholars of note. Some were potent adepts. From here I should proceed carefully, observing the proper forms, making the appropriate offerings. The villagers and other locals know the ways of the earth and the sea hereabouts. Their assistance will be invaluable. So, 3 rows or 3 knock. I've got 2 rows here in my fet. So we need... Well, let's see. Maybe it's time for an unusual guest. She's Grail, right? He's Knock. But I have nothing to discuss with him at the moment. I can get the blacksmith. However, he is not appropriate for this. Right? Alright. Fortune telling. I've garnered enough mystique to tell fortunes for pennies. Undignified, perhaps, for the librarian of Hush House, but times are hard. A little respect. Edge. I am the librarian of Hush House. I will question the villagers of Brandkrug, and I will add whatever they tell me to my store of knowledge. Sure. This seems like maybe a bad idea, but I'm a-doing it. It's cloudy today. A little moon, a little moth. What's this? Fractured mirror, knock and lantern. Alright, anyway. Over here, yelling at the locals, down at the bar. Great idea, right? Great idea. I should check the stats on a normal laborer. Alright. I've learned something useful. Too early to tell. Okay, can I go take a nap now? Now that I've yelled at the locals a bit. There we go. Take a nap. You could settle in for a nap with a cup of something warming or a glass of something soothing. I guess there's no need to use an item there. But having napping be a important, a little moon, some of that. Let's see if we can get him to open up the other area. Got a miner. He's not enough. Moon. See? Not enough. It's not enough. But if I talk to him, I speak of the clouds, that will give him enough moon in order to get me through this challenge. Correct? Question mark? Oh, he's having weird thoughts now. There we go. That seems very much worth my time, right? That was worth a coin. Alright, tiki-taki, and click. Oh, it's a puffin. Absolutely, positively worthwhile. Found a puffin. The sea is always hungry. The sea never sleeps. The sea accepts offerings. Swimming requires an element of the soul with heart or scale. Generally, this means health. Plunge again into the waves. Just do it. Afterwards, wants a thing. Go swimming with a book seems a terrible idea. Anyway, let's look at the puffin. Beachcombing. Take a long walk on the ocean side. If I know what to look for, I might find something the ocean has forsaken. Walk along the beach with Trist. Oh, I don't know what to look for. That's the problem. Okay, got it. Anything else going on over here? Just going for a swim. Perfectly normal. Swim. Alright. I guess I read a book, eh? I would think that the first book I would be able to read would be in the house. However, this is requiring 6 sky, I guess. Yeah. I can't even try. I have no skill. Yeah, it doesn't work. What was the other one I almost had? This red one. It wants 8 nectar. My fet was nectar, right? No, where's Trist nectar? Now was my health nectar? Yeah. This is going to be one of the main focuses of the game, eh? Trying to figure out how this works. Can I study you at all? And a bunch of sky. Yeah, this is not going to work. Alright, let's start reading some more books. I Like You. Umbrella Stand. The Armory of Shelters Shall Be Remembered. Study you with Arab. While I'm swimming. Right? I'm doing this while I'm swimming. The waves raise me, the salt stings my eyes. The horizon awaits, a memory of salt. Knock and moon in winter. So I can take a swim to get some... Can I save this? Dream on a memory. Night has not yet fallen, but once it has, I can rest and perhaps dream. Dreaming on a memory will preserve it past dawn. Alright. Gossip is... What are you? Rose. Wait. Wait a second. Wait a second. So, this gives 2 rows, and fat I need over here, right? I need 3 rows and assistance. So if I can find someone who has a little rows, I can then turn them into something that will get me through the first true threshold. Oh, God. Operations of a certain finality. Subtitled The Hammer Sundering, the work of an anonymous adept who violently despised the invisible Serapeum, the library of the Watchman's Tree in Alexandria. Well, anyway, we have a goal, right? Yep, you go right there. Let's see. So who can we find with just a little rose? What does salt do? Gives knock, but not a lot of knock. Anyway, has night fallen? Tomorrow we have a goal to find a certain person. Why can't I? Oh, I can't dream of this, eh? Alright, this will come with me. Tomorrow we start again, eh? No. Gotta get my health back. Okay, good. And in the morning, I still have salt to think about. What's this say? Sea spray, depth sorrow. That's not so great. Alright, so into town we go. Is there a way I can get anyone else here? Just Arab? Alright. On topic of... just nothing. Just come with me. I need to see your... We got rainy day. Grail, nectar. I can keep dragging Rayum forward. Alright, here we go. So she's Heart and Grail, unfortunately. Those don't help me very much. Mr. Denzel, I forget what his, he's definitely not going to be Rose. Reverend Timothy doesn't, I don't have the proper aspects to take advantage of him. That's unfortunate. Alright, so that's a dead end. And the miner had a little knock, right? But not enough. Maybe they have enough knock. So let's hire another miner, right? Yeah. No, they offer a forge. Seek unusual help. With my rose? I would love to get... oh, wait a second. What was I thinking of? I've been distracted, eh? Alright, so we're gonna get somebody. I should be searching for something that will give more rose, right? Candle gives a little rose, a little forge. Okay. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Alright. Passing by. A poet. Alright. What does this poet have to offer me? Ah, the poet has come to the sweet bone, seeking inspiration. Winter, moth, and sky. Talk to him. Winter, moth, and sky. Is there anything I can do with that? Sorry, Mr. Poet. I have to consider that. Enough winter? Maybe. No. So winter, moth, and sky are of little use to me. Maybe this room. But is that enough winter? The rain can't boost it. The salt can't boost it. I don't know what I'm looking for. I need knowledge. Knowledge is hard to come by. I love the baffled state of the game. What do I do? So my FET didn't bring in speaking of dreams, did not work. So I guess this person is fairly useless to me. Well, we'll see how much he offers. I feel like I'm blowing through my money. Alright. So I have 1 shilling left. It's enough. It is enough winter to open up another room. I can encourage, work with them for a little while, or exalt them. Like if I can exalt them with my... Like if I can find someone with a little rose, I can then add my FET and have them unlock that room. But this individual can unlock this room all of his own. No, this room. Yeah. Alright, so... Poets, they say, never do the washing up. This one hasn't brushed his hair either. I should probably undo another book or two, right? What is this? I will put my tryst to work. Yeah. Oh wait, I've already translated that. Alright, over here. The soul's labors. Alright, right there. I never fully explored this room either. What's the comfy chair to? It's Kitty's armchair. This looks like the armchair in which Kitty Mazarin, second librarian, sat for El Breton's famous group portrait. Soul, skill, and memory. Oh, it's a machine that sharpens. Oh, I have a desk. Oh. I didn't notice what that giant thing was. I thought it was like a card catalog. A magnificent 18th century secretary desk commissioned for Lady Eva de Wolf, last of the Brandegg de Wolfs. So, with my Arab, and this letter, and I've got some ink. A charming reply to St. Rowan Trust. The journey was difficult, but nothing could keep me from the house, and the place is everything I'd imagined, or will be, once I restored it to its old glory. Beautiful. Ah, wonderful. Right there, I guess right here. Memory, satisfaction. Some appetites are easier to satisfy than others. Alright, well, it's time to take this over to the good old post office. I guess I pay my last money. Stamp. Envelope. Send. Go! The postmistress examines the letter and deems it sufficient. To go with the next post. The hell is a twopence? Or if you prefer, tuppence. A sort of Janus of pennies. Silver coin of least value, but silver regardless. Now I can expect a stipend from the trust every spring. Well, the problem being is I've already run through this. I've already drugged my buddy out. I could turn her into just a monstrosity of Grail. It's probably not the correct way to put it. A substantial Grail entity. Oh, I need that artist back. The long tower, second floor. Freezing air, even tendrils of fog drift from the tower top. I should probably seek help from someone who knows the local traditions for dealing with restless spirits. And what do we got here? Whispering sand. What's that? Glass. Another desk. Pale desk. Solomon Husher himself commissioned this from Lockwood, Fen Boghew. Boghew, blackened and half fossilized by centuries underwater. Here at the desk he wrote the doomy allegory of winter and its romance with the sun. When he blotted the last word on his manuscript and rose from his work, the timber had turned pale as flesh-cut maple. Or so the story goes. Alright, another desk. Is this a proper? So this... Can I put... Ooh. So here I can get Edge, Grail, Winter, and Moon. None of them seem to have knock associated with them. Interesting. Okay. I have no skill. I have no applicable memory. A thing. Do I have anything that aids knock? No, not that. It's way too big. Winter. Highly questionable. Where am I to get some knock? So let's go to the pale desk. I have no knock whatsoever. Let's use my health. Is there anything in the house that would do this? Kinda like this mechanic. Proper supplementary artifact. It's an actual thing that you have to go and find. I just drag it here. Yeah. Yeah. Knock. A crack in the seal. Perhaps you've provided knock, but not enough to match mystery knock. If you're lucky, you might still succeed. So salt was one knock. So, okay. I see. Fortunately, you're just along for the ride today, my friend. Alright? There's still a chance. Extra effort. Opportunity to add a soul element. The right skies. The opportunity to use a weather card. Oh. We have a book. Where did I take this from? Should I know? Should I care? The Humors of a Gentleman. Samuel Savage's satirical comedy on the intrigues of the ailing but cunning Johnson, his mistress Maeveline, and her lover Leo, the upstart Corvino. So it's not a terribly difficult Sky book. Do we have anything that aids with Sky? Yes, right here. So, Humors of a Gentleman, you will come with me, and we will try this again. Anyway, right here. Add a new soul card. No. Add new soul. This is me failing, right? I have opportunities to play weather. Maybe under the right weather I'll be able to do this. Mysteries in this have defeated me, for now. Alright. Not today. I get a memory of fear. I'm glad it goes back to where it should be. Memory of fear is a little edge and a little scale. Alright, so that went well. Alright, let's save my fear for another day. Maybe it'll be useful. I got a 3p. Threepenny bit, like 2p, but more so. Alright, anyway, new day, fresh new day. We're gonna go over here to the no, that won't help me. Well, unfortunate. I think this was over here. I'm not sure this matters, though. I wonder if it's randomized at all. Party and assistance. Time's up. She's going home. So, anything going on at the post office? Doesn't look like it. Okay. It's sunny out. Wonderful. So, with 2 Sky, I'll have half of what I need for that book. That's still not quite enough, eh? Well, I have half of what I need. That doesn't inspire confidence. Nah. I still want to use the umbrella stand for something. Threes of Blake, 7th librarian of Hush House, liked painting donkeys. No one else liked her paintings of donkeys. I have no knowledge. I literally know nothing. Should I trade my health for money? No. Fortune telling? No. Trist? No. Give me some money, right? Yeah. That's just something to do. I need money. I can hire another person. I need knowledge over here. I can go to the sea. Heart and scale. Alright. So, we are beginning to find ourselves without a huge amount of things to do, eh? It's sunny out. That's 2 Sky. And over here, we need no, not you. No, not you. You're only 4 Sky. This is a Sky bench. I have to... Yeah. The little Sky. Should I wait for another sunny day? I mean, that seems very straightforward, doesn't it? So I don't have anything else that would buffer it, so we're going to keep the memory of the sunny day until another one comes, right? And then between the two of them, I will be able to study this book. Over there, I get fear instead. Can I save the weather? Is it memory, or is it just the weather? No. I need to combine it with something else. Is there anything in my house that gives sky? Oh, there's a little more sky. Will the umbrella stand save me? There's a little more sky. So let's see if we can pile this on. We have to take advantage of the day, right? We have to. That's the astrolabe. Fortunately, I have no soul that will help me here. Oh, I guess I can't even start it without the correct soul alignment to start. Can I put lantern here? No, it's a soul card. That's unfortunate. None of my soul cards will do anything here. So, yeah, unfortunate. Can I study my journal again? Is that where I have to go? It's right here. I had knock somehow, right? I'm not sure how I did this before. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. At least I'm making progress. It feels like progress anyway. Alright. Give me my money. Alright, what do we got? This wasn't money. What we got? A rose mystery. So do I have anything else that can be used with rose? Just put you here and you go back. So I could try reading it with my fet. No, it's not rose themed. No, not rose themed again. I really should probably read all of these books. Do I have any? So first, read the papers. These are rose themed, so I read you with fet. Now what? Now, Grail, birth. I can master this mystery. Enough Grail to match mystery Grail. Interesting. Rose. No, that doesn't work. Alright, so this 2 Grail and this mystery requires a Grail. This looks like just A. So this seems probably what's next, right? Meanwhile, let's just see what this book is. I'm going to have to be doing a lot of this, eh? What just happened over there? Someone en route to Hush House? The affair of the Grunwald provision. After the dissolution of Grunwald's permanent circus, someone may have set it on fire. Don't really know much about it, though. Its assets were disposed of by the Bureau. That was during
one of the Bureau's occasional funding crises, and the Grunwald provision sanctioned the sale of the circus's assets for cash, bypassing some of the usual checks for onerous hazard. Oh, in hindsight, this has started to look like a mistake. Visitors with an interest in heart or winter mysteries will want to talk about this incident. A matter of interest to the visitors. An incident will usually remain relevant for several seasons. Visitors will continue to visit the hiatus before the next incident. And our visitor, who is here for the next 6 minutes, is Friar Stanislav Jan Schaller, priest, diplomat, gardener, a soft-voiced man with a very steady gaze. Oh, he knows Sanskrit, as do I. Understands crack-track, understands this primal language well enough to read or teach it. Understands Fusine. Interesting. I have very mixed feelings about this icon. He understands Phrygian, as do I. I mean, who doesn't really? So he's big into nectar. Alright, so. Oh, I got an achievement for that. Isn't that wonderful? Bless you, and bless the house you serve. There's an incident card active, you can discuss it. Just leave the slot empty. I picked up one of those Grunwald pieces myself, you know, a waxwork. A little more restless than most waxworks, it turns out. Luckily for me, I've learnt not to trust the Bureau to do my job. Try a book with as much mystery, heart, as their heart interest. So I need to find a heart book? However, I have not read many books when you get right down to it. Can I do anything with this? Let's just do a general consultation. I can identify my visitors' interests and satisfy them with an appropriate book. Alternatively, if they know a language I'd like to learn, I can offer payment. Untrustworthy visitors might occasionally abscond with a book. No. Needs a tally. I need a book. Give him a book. Musgrave, fourth of the De Wolf line, writes tentatively about the Covenant of Brankrug and the legacy of the sacred inks he calls in causa potentiala. Now, it's going to be a while before I can read that. I don't think that should go in my inventory. With my fet. Over here, I got worn out. But I got a shilling now, so I can hire someone. I really wanted to open up the first true threshold, but somehow I don't think I'm going to get there. I'm not going to give him anything, right? Over here, I'm just reading another book. So unfortunately, I have nothing I can really do, eh? 8-level lantern. A light in the inkwell. Musgrave, fourth of the De Wolf line, writes tentatively about the Covenant of Brankrug, the legacy of the sacred inks he calls in causa revelationata. I really prefer that go back on the shelf where I find it. I have nothing more I can do. I've taken my daily actions. I can try to hire someone try to hire that poet again. I wonder if I can, if the blacksmith has enough edge, especially if I fortify it with fear. I spoke. My visitor has learnt nothing. So I can put them up for a while and try to hold on to their quests. That's probably a real good idea, eh? Especially since I don't really know what to do with him. And I haven't translated a single book yet. It strikes me as I might be missing something obvious. Like, real obvious. Like, is there... There's a little bit of knock over here. There's a little bit of knock over here. Oh, what happened? I've mastered this and gathered the lessons concealed. Alright. Lesson. Rights of the roots. I've gained more understanding of the rights of the roots. Use this card with consider. Hello. Lesson. Desires and dissolutions. I've gained more understanding of desires and dissolution. Use this card with consider. Interesting. We will consider this. Acquire rights of the roots. Use this lesson to acquire a new skill. Sounds wonderful. What's going on over here? Need rose and knock, as per normal. Alright, good. So I've got 2 nectar now. And it's got, that's a skill. Moth. I knew a man who captured moths in a bell jar. On nights like this, he would release them one by one to die in the candle. Right. The oldest hours are gods from blood, who rose from sacrifice. That blood is always spilt on the roots, and the rites of its spilling are still remembered. Pleasant. Don't ask me what I think about it at night, Father. Another leaf on the tree of wisdoms. Boundaries between flesh, pearl, and pleasure are equally contingent. Right. Element of the soul with the matching power aspects. So I need my Arab back up, eh? Alright, that's fine. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Oh, I can put the rights to the roots here? A sign? Do I really want to do that? A sign? Red the dawn and black the night, and white what's left. Above we see, beneath we know. Bosque. The oldest living hours are the gods who were blood. The gods from stone were older still, but they're buried in the earth, scattered in the sea, lost to the moon. This is why we're always careful where we make the sacrifice, because if we spilt enough blood on their graves, they'd return for their revenge. Bosque knows. Interesting. Alright, so I can put this here. However, we'll find out what this button does. Gives me it back, which pleases me. It gives me Arab. Oh. That's wonderful. I put this here, and it gives me it back, and I get more health.
Alright. This probably just isn't enough, right? Yeah. I have no idea what this does, but I'm so glad that I have done it. Can this go anywhere else? I imagine not. So we're headed down Bosk Lane, and we're going over here in Preservation. Okay. I have no idea what I've just done. I am so happy with that. Anyway, I got more Arab. So, what was I going to do with this, right? No? Yes? The next page, I could add something to this journal if I could lay hands on suitable ink. Interesting. That's not going to be it, eh? Oh, there's some ink. Perinculate. Deadly. Use gloves to read text produced with this pigment. An ink of power. Sometimes considered an unsanctioned ink. On the pale desk, my journal, and the poisonous ink. Oof. In my health, a determination. When the librarian of Hush House determines their answer to one of the great mysteries, the hours themselves might pay attention. Making a determination is the first step towards writing your own history. It will require no less than 20 of a power aspect. This means a suitably potent soul, memory, skill, as well as a carefully chosen ink. Okay. Let us just say that this might not be what I should be doing right now. I still want to read this though. So we'll give it a shot, right? Read this with Arab. No, wait, I need it with Fet, right? Like with T. Read the book with T. The skill doesn't help at all. None of these match what I need. Oh, really? What's this? Memory of a lesson learned. Craft. Witching to sane. What am I even doing? Oh, I'm using the table to craft. Interesting. I can use a lesson. Hush House still rings with thwarted desires. I'll mix that into a tisane. We are putting that away for a moment, because as I recall, what I really need now is to work on skill with this. Wait, I should consider this, right? Consider the lesson. No? I should consider the skill with a lesson and Arab. I need a memory of fear. So I have to say I don't know. So the memory of fear isn't going to help me right there. I don't have the lessons there. I can make it to sane. I don't know what this does. Let's do it, right? So it's... What was I doing? Over here at this desk, right? Then the Arab, that, just start. Let's do it. Let's see what this does. Maybe it'll be interesting. Alright, so dusk has fallen. We're gonna move some memory. Let's go away. It is a memory. Oh, so if I had positioned myself correctly, I would be able to upgrade the thing, my skill. But instead, because I am a newbie, I did not do it correctly. It's best when warm, but it'll keep. To mend a broken heart, to color a pale soul. Oh, isn't that nice? There, I'll put it right there. It's heart, a thing, and restorative. Oh, that's good. I'm going to put it by my bed then. Over there. I put it on the counter somewhere? Oh, coffee. You seriously can't put this over here? Put it on the shelf, I guess. So the broken mirror is a little knock. I need to find 3 more knock. And there's 1 rose. I can get 3 rows together. I don't know. So first impressions are pretty good. The game is an arcane book themed puzzle, which is exactly the sort of thing for me. It is teaching me to pronounce new words badly, which is always fun, and I've managed to make a little bit of progress. I'm going to play more later. For right now, we're going to go here, we're going to save and quit. Excellent, right? Okay, I'm going to end it here. We'll pick this up again later. See you all around. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.